you left Zomato and dived deeper into the AgriTech space, both at Nurture.farm and now at Rize.farm. Curious to know, what made you do that? What were the sort of opportunities that you saw there to dive into yet another different space, I guess, and domain?
Yeah. No, I think there was now when I look back, for me this is like one continuous journey. If we were to look at Voto and Hyperpure, that was more downstream, more transactional, looking at the end of how once food is produced, processed, and packaged, how do you move it more efficiently while reducing waste? And I think during my time at building Voto and Hyperpure, there was enough time spent, some brushes working with farmers and producers on really seeing more upstream challenges and what direct sourcing could really do in terms of unlocking more value for the people higher up in the value chain, especially farmers. And so that had already kind of piqued an interest for me. And so when I got the opportunity, I actually did a very brief stint with Gojek in between. Gojek had reached out; they wanted me to replicate Voto and Hyperpure across the region. I actually relocated to Jakarta for a brief period. And then, Nurture happened. This was just before the onset of COVID. And, there was an opportunity to set up Nurture.farm from the ground up. It was promoted by UPL, which is one of the crop protection majors. And they were looking at a big focus on, sustainability, helping farmers improve resilience, helping create, better platforms and services that would help improve the livelihood of farmers while improving, how we sustainably grow crops as well. And so that, seemed like a really interesting opportunity. So from, moving food more efficiently to actually going upstream and solving another more challenging problem. So I spent a few months thinking about it and then, took the leap of faith. Had never worked in agriculture before, but had, as I said, spent some time with farmers and sourcing from them. And so I moved back to Bangalore to do that just before COVID, built up Nurture.farm through COVID, partnered with some really, really amazing people through that journey, learned a ton about how agriculture works across India. India is an amazing landscape. It's a tapestry of so many cultures, and which are really strongly reflected in our food habits and how food is grown. And so learned a ton of stuff about, what actually goes into producing food and how little we know about it, right? And what it takes to, get food to the table. And I think that problem became even more clearer through COVID. I think when all of us realized, are we going to get our supplies in place? Around about the same time we were building Nurture. And so it was really interesting to see how people's priorities shift. And actually, we were building services that were really focused on helping farmers grow more from less. A lot of farm mechanization, solving for farmer risks around climate, had a big focus on rice cultivation, undertook some very significant initiatives around handling the crop residue, waste that gets burned in the north of India, massive problem. We started solving for that. So really, took a deep dive into a number of crops and how to solve for services that did not exist for farmers, and really built a full stack solution around that.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this clip, do like and subscribe. To watch the full episode with Dhruv, the founder of Zomato Hyperpure and Rize.farm, click on the video here.